Hey y'all, what's going on? It is Friday, girl. I am so glad it is Friday. This week here, girl, this week right here it's been one of those weeks. Even though I was off Wednesday, y'all, it has been one of those weeks that has seemed like 2 weeks put into one, and the days have gone by pretty fast. It's just been like so much going on at work, you know. You ever have those weeks that you're just like, oh, I need to find another job, but it's just that, you know, it's just one of those weeks. Oh, child. And I am Etsy Friday, child. I don't know what I'm doing this weekend. I really wanted to kick up and watch Netflix. That's what I want to do, but I don't know if I'm gonna do that. I need to go see my mother-in-law. So my husband and I, we might go see her. Plus he and I were he wanted to do a little shopping, you know, and y'all know how it is when your man want to do some shopping. You know, you do some shopping, you feel me? But I don't know if I'm gonna do any shopping this weekend. But if he say go, we gonna go. I'm gonna go. But I don't know yet. I really hadn't decided. My husband's the kind of person, I told y'all, when he gets something on his mind, he's ready to do it. And that's just all it is to it. So, I don't know if he wants to do that. We'll probably do that. Next weekend is our anniversary weekend. So, I don't know. We'll do something there, child. Who knows? But, what was I going to tell y'all? So, the other day, y'all, I was so productive. I got my house clean. I was cleaning up some girl. I did the refrigerator. Your girl was cleaning. I was in the zone. I had just turned on some music, and I had done like so much stuff. I had cleaned the fridge. I had did the counters. I was just on the road, and in walks Tootie. And I was like, how you get down here? The next thing I know, here comes Zoe and her mother, Lamika. And I was like, oh, Lord. I was glad to see them, but you know how, like, when you finally, y'all, it took me so long to get in that cleaning mode. And when they popped in the door, I was like, oh, Lord. What am I going to do? I'm glad to see them, but they stay for a long time. But, girl, I was mopping floors at 8 o'clock at night because I was just determined I was going to get the housework done that I need to get done. That I needed to get done. This time it wasn't a wanted to get done, it was a needed to get done. But I did actually get it done, because y'all know, like, at a certain point, it takes a lot to get in that mode, you feel me? But look, so, you know, people would do anything, and I don't know, I guess YouTube is a platform for you to express, you know, whatever you want to express and talk about whatever you want to talk about. But it just be some crazy stuff on YouTube. Like, I saw this girl with a 1 month old baby, and she was putting castor oil in the baby hair and putting a satin bonnet on the baby head, and I just think that is too much. Leave that baby alone. Like, people, some stuff is just, you know, it's just too much. You ever just seen somebody just do too much? Like, it's just crazy, you know. Like, people come on to just tell some of this, you know, how some stuff you look at, you be like, I wouldn't even tell that. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I don't know, I've been looking a lot at people and their HIV stories and stuff like that. And, like, it's so many people that just take to social media to talk about, you know, how I call HIV. And I guess you could look at it as being, as people informing others. But I don't know. It's like sometimes stuff starts to become, and I don't know what I don't even know what I'm trying to say, y'all, to be honest. But some stuff you just be like, huh? Like, and it's crazy. It's amazing, like, how many people I've watched that have HIV, and they talk about how, you know, they just didn't use protection. They just didn't think about. But this is their first time meeting people. These are these first encounters. How can you not? How can you not? These day and time. Now I can see back in the day, and you shouldn't have been doing it, you know, back in the day, where you didn't use any protection. Back in the day, you know, we didn't know as much as we know now. HIV wasn't, you know, as rampant and didn't even exist, you know, and sometimes. But when you hear people's stories and you hear some of the risky behaviors that they were taking, and this day and age, like, how can you, it's almost like smoking crack. Like, how can you get addicted to crack at this point in the game? Because it is not like back in the 80s. And I don't know how long crack been out everywhere, but it really got heavy in North Carolina in the 80s. So it's not like in the 80s when it first came out, people were trying and didn't know what they were trying or didn't know what they were doing and got addicted. These days, we know exactly what crack does to you. So for somebody to get addicted to crack these days, I mean, it's just like, unless you're in a monogamous relationship that you think you're in, and, you know, like a spouse or whatever, and your spouse gives you HIV, or you've been with a person for years and you catch it, then, you know, you don't know. That's different. But for me to just meet somebody, and the first time I meet somebody, I have unprotected sex with them, are you serious? Because for me, and when I was coming, it was a red flag to me if a man did not want to use protection. I'm like, hold up, wait a minute, bro. Where your condom at? So if they be like, nah, okay, well then no. You know, and that's where we have to be. Like, I just don't, you know, like some things you just have a hard time like wrapping your brain around it. And that's, sometimes when I look at social media stories or read about people's stories or whatever, it's like I have a hard time wrapping my brain around it, because it's like, why did you think it was okay to do some of the stuff that these people do? People do some crazy stuff, like, yeah, I don't know, like, and I know we're living in a different time. It's just that some stuff is just hard to understand. You know, like, I don't get it. You know, and sometimes I'll be like, well, maybe I'm out of touch, or maybe I'm just, I used to hear my grandma say, well, honey, maybe I'm just old. And I don't think I'm just old. I just think that, and ladies, even if you're married, get your HIV test. Get your test done when you go for your annuals, because you never know what is going on. As much as I trust my husband, I still get my test done. I still get tested for STDs. I still get tested for HIV. And my doctor one time, he was telling me that a lot of doctors do not test married women for HIV. And I was like, what? He said, yeah, they have to ask for it. And I was just like, that's just crazy, because nowadays, just because you're married, that don't mean nothing, honey. It really does. It should. But you have to make sure that you know your status, even though you're married, because you never know what people might do. As much as you trust somebody, you still can only know what you do, basically. You know what I'm saying? But girl, get your test done, honey. Even if you're married, even if you've been with a man 10, 15, 20, 30 years, get your test done, so that you will know what you're working with. Like, really, oh my goodness, it's just crazy. And there's so many young black men that do these videos, and they just talk about their sexual encounters and the very first time. So if you watch these videos, these days, it should jog something in your memory. You know, like, I don't know, like, girl, let me get off of that. Anyway, you know, just know your status. I tell people that all the time, know your status. You know, I look at a lot of young females, and I really wish that I could say, tell them stuff and they listen, you know, and I still tell them, you know, but it just breaks my heart. I don't understand it. you know, because things are so crazy now. And I know it's the times, I know times are changing, but it's just sometimes when you really look at what's going on in the world, and you just really be like, dang, did that really happen? Anyway, girl, what you doing this weekend, boo? I don't know. I need to do my empties video. It's still growing and growing and growing. That's what I need to do. Oh, I need to do so much stuff. I don't know what I'm going to do. I think I'm going to take a break from social media for a while, though, to be honest. I think it's time. You ever just feel like with Facebook, sometimes I go days without getting on Facebook. Sometimes I get on there, make a status, get off. Sometimes I get on there, stay about 10 minutes, get off. But I don't know. Sometimes I just don't be feeling, I just disconnect. And I think it's about time for me to disconnect for a while. Because a lot of times with YouTube, it's not like it used to be. People are not as genuine sometimes in their videos anymore. So it's not, you know, it changes for me. And to have to constantly search for people that are, you know, just genuine, just down home people, just, you know, just real, you know, real with themselves and just real, period. Oh, anyway, let me get off here. I gotta call my mommy and see how she's doing. She had to have some tests done the other day, and the results haven't come back yet. But you know, we're thinking positive. We thinking, you know, thanking God in advance for what He's doing, girl, what He's gonna do, and what He's already done. You know, sometimes you gotta speak life. You gotta speak over these illnesses. You gotta speak over everything, because the enemy is busy, girl, and he's trying to take us out. But you know, and we gotta touch and agree. We gotta pray for other people, but don't forget to pray for yourself, because I find there was a time that I was so busy praying for everybody else that I realized, wait a minute, you better pray for yourself, girl. You got stuff going on, you know what I'm saying? So be encouraged, girl, and just, you know, get your test done, know your status, pray for other people, but pray for yourself. Take a break from social media sometimes. I will holler back at y'all in the next video. Bye.